All right, day 19, finally some visible progress. Boy, you know, I'm starting to feel lazy, guys. Like every time I get going, I'm tiling, and then you never see tile. And so finally it's great to see something on the wall. Again, it's kind of like painting. So much of it's prep. You know, you get everything cut. Really happy with how it's going so far. It's about mid-morning and nice and flat. Nice and flat. Let's get the money shot for the cover photo there. That'll be cool. Yeah, so it's going really well. Holding good, evenly matched. Happy about the pattern. So we'll see. All right, I'm happy with it. It went on pretty good. And honestly, it's pretty even. It's pretty level. There's no grout in here, so it'll all look more evenly white once the grout's in there. But you know, honestly, the little pipe disappears a little better too. Remember, it was awfully busy looking before. So this is a good start. We'll get the front, we'll let it harden and we'll get some grout on that. Still have to tile the base. That's next, but I figured I didn't want to be stepping on it while it was still wet. So now that I'm done this, I'll let it harden a bit. Then we'll do the base, and then we'll grout. Then we'll put walls on, and then we got a new shower. Wonderful to be done the tiling before lunch too. In fact, a little bit early before lunch. So I can have an early lunch. Just simple, real simple. Having a little burger. Got my $84 barbecue. And man, I gotta walk around. It's beautiful out here. It's always the same temperature outside as inside, so it's you know, I come out and I'm like, why am I not outside more? But this is beautiful. Now last night I go to bed and I hear this like crash, something falling. I don't know, it sounded like rocks falling or an animal stuck in a chimney, or I don't know. And I'm like, man, something happened. And so I'm like, there was no way I was going outside to look, or downstairs even. I was like, nope, not gonna happen. But this morning, I'm awake, may as well come take a look. And I'll see if there was something happening outside the window or maybe in the basement. It certainly didn't happen in the room above because that's the tile. I thought maybe, I don't know, a box had fallen over or something. Gravity. Okay, so there's a big piece of cardboard that I threw out. This is the window I'm staying in here, the little one. I do not see anything out here other than, oh, was that there before? Did that fall? Always depressing when you're a Château owner to hear stuff falling. No, I don't think that fell off anywhere. I mean, it looks like it did. I don't know where it would have fallen from. What's that? No, I don't think so. Well, maybe. No, I don't think so. I mean, it looks implanted in the ground, but it looks more like bricks. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I have to ask Leslie. Maybe she put that there. Who knows? Is there anything missing way up there? Don't think so. Nothing significant. It's funny, the Château always looks so thin here because you can't see the bump out around the corner. If you keep coming around, you realize that it's wide. It gets wider twice, but looks super thin from this side. Well, mystery not solved. Not solved yet, unless it was out this side. No, I don't think so. That's my front window there. Definitely some tiles on the ground. Anything major in here? No, a couple bottles. No. Isn't that great? There's access to the, they used to have access underneath the terrace to the basement. So we still could open that up if we wanted to, but you know, there's like 5 or 6 locks on it. It's locked down real good. Okay, well, mystery contains. I'll go see if I can find the drone. All right, so I finished the tiling and I'm just letting it set up a little bit before I finish the base. And so I thought, well, I'll come out and I finished the mowing out here. Lots of fun. And then I realized the tire's flat. So I filled it up with air. And I went and got the broyer de bois, the wood chipper. And I'm starting on that pile over there. I got the chainsaw out. It's good to run these things once in a while, get some gas in the carburetor. And now I'm doing a little trimming. Looks better already at the bottom. And oh, I'm gonna turn here, watch out. All right, and then this guy too. This has a bunch of stinging nettles that go around the base. So I got hit by a few of those, but took out the left side and the right side still to come. Still really happy I got this little steel chainsaw. It's doing good. And the wood chipper's doing okay too. Look, we're starting to get quite a big pile of whatever that is, mulch. So I don't know, maybe we'll try covering up some weeds. I should do it. I mean, it's looking pretty good actually. The wood chipper's been good. It's kind of like, I was thinking about it. Okay, don't get mad at me. It's kind of like the COVID vaccine. You know, it's good. It probably helps. I'm glad I got it, but it's not the miracle cure I was hoping for. You know, like it still takes forever to get rid of all this stuff. And we just have so much stuff, but making progress. I think I'm gonna call it a day for this and go back and work inside for a bit. Maybe trim up by the highway as well. But come tomorrow, I'll probably come out and try to see if I can get more of this done. I want to reclaim this part of the lawn. It's been a good day. Glad the tiling went so fast. Good, I did some trimming. Got those nice white fences all nice and clean. And again, trying to go slow. So it's like, it's a quarter-mile walk out to the gate. Isn't that something? We don't own like a huge swatch of land here, but just a narrow little driveway, but it's pretty good. It's like a 10-minute walk here and back. Real nice. Nice and clean and nice and solid too. There's my base. It's not bad. Now over to the right, I'll put a piece of wood over there and cover that corner, but take a look at it. Yeah, it looks pretty solid. Again, grout will make once we get some grout on that, then all those the lines will even out a little bit. But I think it's gonna be good. It's a good day. I'm tired. I'm looking forward to a good shower, making some dinner. End of the working day. And you know, when you get a lot done, you just feel like you've earned your dinner a little bit. So I did spend some time and sauteed up some carrots and a little broccoli and then the canned peas that never end. I decided to make mashed potatoes. Now, I didn't have a ton of stuff, but I did notice that my wife puts boursin sometimes in the mashed potatoes. That's really quite tasty. Give it a try. And then, of course, one of those little cheap chicken $1 things. So again, for $100, doing okay. It's a lot better if you have time to do a little cooking because, of course, raw materials are so cheap. But yeah, I mean, not bad for a person by themselves, a man at that. Hey everybody, end of the day. I'm sitting here by the light of the laptop. I got one little light in this room. This is one of the only rooms that doesn't have a ton of light. There were sconces over the fireplace, but our former owner, Mr. Menude, was he took them down because he was kind of going to improve them and put new ones in, but then didn't quite get to finish the new ones. So we just have one floor lamp in here, but it's still enough. And for some reason, I'm warm enough tonight. I don't know. I guess I don't know if I'm acclimating or if maybe it was a warmer day or the Chateau's just starting to heat up. It seems like it really does kind of retain the heat in the stone. It's really interesting. Anyways, I thought we'd just have a little evening chat since today was mostly just about tiling and stuff. Hey, let me talk about a lot of people it's been interesting. I talked a little bit about Christianity. So here's the trigger warning. I'm not really talking about I'm answering questions really, but there it is if you want it. Let me say two things. First of all, I don't mind doing the trigger warnings. I really don't. And the reason, and please don't misunderstand to think I'm embarrassed of my belief system. I'm not at all. I'm trying to be gracious and thoughtful towards other folks. So there's zero embarrassment. I live my life solidly as a Christian, have for about 48 years, and it's a wonderful worldview, and I'm deeply thankful for it. I embrace every part of it, the good and the bad, and I think it works. Not only I think it's true, I think it also works pragmatically. So no, there's no embarrassment. But you know what? The New Testament calls Christians to love one another and to do unto others. And so if I can if I can make Christianity, I don't want to be an annoying Christian. That is not to say that I don't hope that people, come to believe a certain thing. I might. But anyways, there's that. The second thing is a lot of people, it was interesting to read all your comments. A lot of people were talking about how they couldn't be Christians because there's such hypocrites around. And I was disappointed. I'm disappointed to hear that. As a Christian, I'm definitely disappointed to hear that. But not completely surprised. I mean, none of us are perfect. I know I'm sinful. I try to be a good guy, but I know that I have a lot of, I have nasty thoughts sometimes about people. And I'm certainly lazy, and gluttony, and lust, and jealousy, and pride. There's all kinds of sins that I'm susceptible to, and so it doesn't surprise me that Christians that are hypocrites. Now, if I was going to be difficult, I think I'd probably come back with something like this: it's easy not to be a hypocrite if you don't take a stand on stuff, right? Like, and again, I don't know the people you're talking about. Maybe they're lousy people, and if they are, I'm sorry to hear that. It'll be interesting to see someday who's actually a Christian, because just going around saying, "Hey, I'm a Christian," read the Bible and you'll kind of get a sense for a little bit more on that topic. But it is about more than just putting a bumper sticker on or going to church. It's kind of a way of life. So when you hear of people that have a really lousy lifestyle and they're calling themselves Christians, there's a disconnect there. There's a disconnect. And I don't want to say they're not Christians. I don't know. God's the only one that knows. But I don't know. But I guess my point is, if I judged, it's difficult to judge. It's fair to judge. It's fair to judge a belief system by its adherence. I would say that it is fair to do that. So if, on the other hand, whatever you believe, like if you like a football team or a soccer team, there's going to be some lousy fans probably of that team, and there's going to be people that are nasty. And anytime you have humans, you're going to have problems. So I think, so for me, I tend to judge the belief system. And in fairness, I had really good, I had parents that had total integrity, and they believed, in Christianity really strongly, and they lived a really good life. So I have a really, that started me off with a high view right off the bat. And I don't know, I guess, and I probably have had, most of the people I know are trying pretty hard to do the right thing. There's some folks that are not so good. All that to say, I'm definitely sorry for your experience that you had, some bad Christians. I wouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater, you probably know some bad Republicans and some bad Democrats, or whatever country's politics you have. There's probably lousy people on both sides. So, it matters, but ultimately, I think you have to look at the claims of the belief system and see if you ascribe to it or not, like if you can accept it. For me, I'll be honest, what I did, and now this is definitely a trigger warning. Now I'm going hardcore. For me, I think kind of the moment that I had to start thinking about, is this really what I believe, was sometime in late high school, early college. And I had kind of the thought that maybe a lot of people have, and it's kind of like, am I just a Christian because I was brought up as a Christian, or because I live in a country that's predominantly Christian? Like, what if I would have been born in another country? Would I have taken another religious system? And so the only way to answer that was to read through the different major works of different religions and worldviews. And so I tried to read most of the major religions, like the Bhagavad Gita and the Quran, and some others. What else did I read? I can't even remember now. It's been a while. But I tried to read a number of them, and some stuff on atheism too, although atheism I've been thinking about for a long time, so that's not a new philosophy for me. Or I don't know, I read The Origin of the Species. I just tried to read a bunch of different things, and then try to get a sense of which one I thought was true. And so I did my homework, and here's where I am. And certainly you're free to choose what you wish. I would recommend, do your homework. Like, it's kind of a big deal. So do your homework, and then believe as you wish. And I hope those of you that are Christians listening to this, man, it's important that we don't be like idiots, like hypocrites and
lousy people, because people are watching, right? And it's unfair of us to drag God's name through the mud. So I guess that's about as religious trigger warning as you get, that talk. But it's night, and I'm sitting here, and I'm not cold for some reason. I'm not cold. I'm just sitting here in my bathrobe. I don't understand what's going on. It's not even that hot outside, but I'm happy about it. So have a good sleep, everybody. See ya for day 20.